when you talk about a shift of losing income to really having no income and just assets to live off of, most of those people, if we go back in our history, started working really hard with their paper route at 15 years old or 14 years old or whatever it was. And they were always used to making a buck and at least saving some. Yeah, they spent some along the way, of course, but they had an ability to always know that next year's income was going to be greater than the prior year's. Even with a large sale of a business, or if they're a corporate officer of a publicly traded company with a big stock option bonus hitting, and all of a sudden those income streams dry up, that moment freaks them out because they know next year is officially going to be worse on their tax return than it was the year prior. That one little shift is typically not dealt with because you get the answers from our industry at large. Well, you have plenty of money. We'll just figure out how to spend it when. There's multiple phases of that. They have this large sum of money and now they don't know how to use it. How do you properly invest? How much should I invest? Is it the whole thing, some of the thing, a lot of the thing? What thing should I invest in? And all of a sudden they can freeze at start. So what we find is especially with successful people, most of them like a nice plan or at least a foundation of a plan. And what we do is we chomp up every phase of that plan as best we can in 1 year increments, because thinking beyond that can be challenging. But if you can get a very specific 1 year increment, you can start building together a plan with all the assets that's going to derive income for them. And then making sure you square up on that every single year, because the last thing that we want to hear is someone said, "Whoop, I did it. I'm a 0% tax bracket this year. I'm a 10% bracket." We cringe at that because most people, all they're doing if they have no taxable income in a year is they're just deferring a liability for future years. So if we can levelize that tax bracket as best as possible, knowing what someone's balance sheet can potentially produce in future years, they should be in a better situation, short and long term.